Welcome back. Our topic for today is using inductive reasoning to make conjectures. Inductive reasoning is a kind of reasoning in which generalizations are made based on specific examples, such as a pattern. Conjecture is an educated guess. It is a statement that is believed to be true based on inductive reasoning. The steps involved in inductive reasoning are as follows. Step 1, look for a pattern. Step 2, make a conjecture. And step 3, prove the conjecture or disprove the conjecture by finding a counterexample. Example number 1. My pattern is 2, 4, 6. Therefore, I kind of conclude that my next number is going to be an 8. That's my conjecture. I really could not find a counterexample for this one because I am just actually following a pattern. So 2, 4, 6 are my first numbers. Therefore, my conjecture is the next one will be 8. Example number 2. I see a triangle, I see a quadrilateral, and I see a pentagon. I would say that my conjecture is my next figure is going to be a 6-sided figure, a hexagon. It's because that's the pattern that I'm following. Therefore, my conjecture is my next figure is a 6-sided polygon. After making conjectures, let's go ahead and see if we can practice finding a counterexample. So, example number 1. My statement is, all squares have 4 equal sides. Well, this is a true statement. Unfortunately, I could not find a counterexample for this one because the actual definition of a square involves that it has to have 4 equal sides and 4 right angles. Therefore, in this particular case, no counterexample can be found. My next statement is, all rectangles have 2 longer sides that are equal and 2 shorter sides that are equal. Let's take a look at this one. What do you think is the definition of a rectangle? Alright, the definition of a rectangle is a quadrilateral with 4 right angles. That is the definition of a rectangle. Therefore, my counterexample on this one is very good, a square. Since a square has 4 right angles, it is considered a rectangle. Unfortunately, in this case, that is my counterexample because in the description, it is saying that there has to be 2 longer sides and 2 shorter sides for a rectangle, but the definition only states that there has to be 4 right angles, and the square has 4 right angles and 4 equal sides. Therefore, for this statement number 2, my counterexample is a square. So this is false because of a square. Third and final example. If n is an integer, then negative n is negative. Let us look at this. I can think of a counterexample because if I say that my n is an integer of negative 3, for example, and I plug this in on my negative n, this would look like, so the negative is there, and I will just plug in my n, which is a negative 3. That is coming out as positive. So this is a positive 3. And that is my counterexample. Therefore, I can say that in this case, this statement is false.